Hay is produced all across Virginia, from small hay fields tucked into mountain valleys to large hay fields in the eastern half of the state. It's worth almost $140 million to Virginia farmers, making it more valuable than the state's tobacco crop. Most farmers feed it to their livestock, but a few, Bobby Eves and his 82-year-old Uncle Carol, raise hay to sell. Their Hanover County farm is a Virginia Century farm, one that has been farmed continuously for more than 120 years. Both men have had careers off the farm, yet both men have farming in their blood.
I guess we've been in the business of doing this for about 40 years as a family. Hay, mostly because that's what my parents started doing 40 years ago and decided that's what they wanted to do, and I've been coming along. I'm 40 myself now, and so it's pretty been my whole life has been in hay. So I feel like that's what I have the most knowledge in. I'm watching them, observing it every day, and I'm keeping an eye out on it, and I'm watching it grow. And this week was when it turned. There's a moment when it switches. I'm in demand. I'm turning people away, and that's not something I'm used to having to do.
Carol says his great-granddaddy bought the property after serving in the Civil War. He gave it to his granddaddy, who lost it during the Great Depression, only to have his father buy it back. It's been in the family ever since, although what they raise has changed quite a bit.
It's been different. When my brother and I came along, it was strictly vegetables. You did very little hay. You did enough hay to feed animals, and that was about it. And it's changed, I think, as the years went on. We quit the vegetable business and went into hay and a few cows.
Bobby creates small square bales, while Carol produces larger round bales, which can weigh as much as a small car. Right now, demand for hay is high. Last winter, there was a pronounced shortage of local hay, and some sellers didn't have enough hay set aside for all their customers.
It usually takes about a year for a field to come in like this. First year is a little slow, and the second year you get the good stuff. And you cut it, and the hay bind here, and there's different tools for that. And then you tet it, and it's going to help keep the moisture out of it and help it dry a little bit quicker. Once it gets nice and dry enough, you got to make, and it's kind of a feel for me. You got to feel it, and there's a smell. Then you rake it and you bale it. It usually takes about a nice warm couple of days. It takes about 4 days for it to work out. In the fall, it takes a little longer. It's not as hot.
While most hay in Virginia is used directly on the producer's farm, the Eves have many buyers with horses, goats, and rabbits that need hay. Some come from as far away as Newport News. Both men agree that when the hay is ready, there's no time to wait.
The most important thing is getting the right amount of fertilizer and nitrogen on the hay to make sure that it grows and grows good, and it has a lot of nutrients in it. And cutting hay on time, not just like cutting this hay now, you get the whole thing. But if you wait until June, the hay is dried out, the only thing you're getting is stalks. Hay is something that you got to get, and you got to get it at the right time. Now, like Bob is doing right now, this hay is beautiful, and it's wonderful, and it's got everything it ought to have. But if you wait till the middle of June, all you got is stalk. I think it's good for people to understand and get more information about the farmers and how it's done, and how we have to do things. And it's this hay business. You got to run, and you got to run right now. This is it. You don't do anything else for a short time, about 3 or 4 days, until you get it in the barn and get it covered.
In Virginia, raising hay, like farming, is often a family business. The Eves family has found producing hay has been the best way to keep their farm profitable. So as long as the sun shines on them, they'll keep on making hay. In Hanover County, Virginia, this is Dave Miller.